peeps, Desmondo here, off to Italy again. Yeah, this week's trip starts off with Italy. I'm in the race trailer this time, but a little bit different. There are no cars on my trailer. This articulated lorry with a full race trailer isn't empty either. Full of Pirelli tyres that I'm taking all the way down to Italy, not far from Milan, a little bit past Milan by half an hour, that's all. So we're looking at two and a half days of driving down to that part of Italy, deliver these Pirelli tyres, and they're then going to be studded. They're going to have their steel, or whatever it's made of, metal studs put on there, ready for winter testing up in the Nordic country, Switzerland, Norway, Sweden, somewhere up that way, Finland. I think it actually might be Finland. And one of the other drivers last year took a bunch of cars up there for winter testing, and it was about 3 weeks he was gone. And the tyres he took down to Italy were then shipped up to Sweden to be obviously put onto the wheels of the vehicles he took up there. And so that might be happening to me. I think January that trip comes up minus 40 something, I think he said it was. And when you do that trip in these trucks, you have to take all the fluids out, replace them with the fluids they use in that country, all the different hydraulic oils and bits and pieces like that. The fuel has to have additives in it, otherwise it all freezes and you don't go anywhere, which the other driver found out on one of his trips. He got stranded. Not looking forward to that one. That's going to be bloody freezing, although I've never been up in the Nordic area before, so never been up there. So yeah, if that comes off, then I'm happy to go. It's just bloody cold. I won't be sleeping in the truck in that. That's all hotels for those weeks I'll be away. That's if I do it. I don't know if I'll be doing it. Well, it might be one of the other drivers, it might be both of us. But as we speak, I'm on my way down the M20 to Dover. Then we go across to Calais, which is around 90 minutes. And then from Calais down to Frisieux Tunnel, because the Mont Blanc tunnel through the Alps is closed until I think the 10th of November for repair work. So we go down on the other tunnel through the Alps, which is a little bit further south. It doesn't save any time. It actually adds a little bit of time to the journey, but there you go. That's what you get. So from Calais we go all the way down the east side of France, skirting on the edge of Switzerland when we get down that far, through Lyon, down to Frisieux Tunnel, come out the other side, not far from Torino, I think. As far as I remember, I think it's Torino way, something like that. Or no, Turin. So, and then we cut across on the A1 around the outside of Milan, out the other side, and then to wherever I'm going to deliver these. That sort of thing I can't divulge on these videos. It's just not allowed. So there we go. That's today's trip. Not today. I won't get all there today. That's 2.5 days. The half day bit is now, and then from tomorrow there'll be 2 days to get there. And then the return journey is not coming back to the UK, up through the Alps, over the Alps down to Switzerland, through Switzerland, through Germany, into the Netherlands, through to Holland, where I will be dropping off this trailer for its very last time, because where I'll be taking it as they've purchased it. So I will then be unhitching the trailer at their yard, passing the paperwork over to them, and wave goodbye to this one. It's done its day for us. It's got things wrong with it, and we can't afford it. longer. We're just getting rid of that trailer and one other trailer. So once that trailer's been delivered, I then come back with just the front unit, which I'm driving at the moment, and head back to the UK, and then hitch up our other race trailer and take that one to Holland and drop that one off because they bought the pair, and then I'll be hitching up a brand spanking new race trailer and we're taking that back to the yard, and that will be our only race trailer, but a nice brand spanking new one which has fully functional rear tail lift, whereas these two race trailers we've got at the moment, they're past it. They've absolutely had it, and they barely lift the vehicle now, and it's getting embarrassing when you're lifting these McLarens and Ferraris and all that. So that's the plan on this trip. I'm on the way to the continent, and as we speak I've just come off of the M20 and I'm about to go over to a place called Sevington, and that's the inland border control. So we do our customs paperwork over there. So I'll be handing them some paperwork and they'll hand me a bit of paperwork that's stamped and permission to get over and ship these tyres and the trailer. And so I'll get the paperwork from Sevington, which will then let me go down to Dover, get on the boat and over to Calais, and then I might have to go into customs at Calais. There we go. And then customs at Calais will then put a stamp on the paperwork to say off you go, and then I'll continue the journey through France and into Italy. I've just got to get into the other lane here. There you go, that's the plan for today. So Sevington, it's Ashford, not far from Ashford town really, and there's something like, I think through memory, I think there's about 40 booths at Sevington, 40 lanes. So when it gets busy, these lanes can fill up, so they, you know, will obviously fill up the lanes, and then one at a time in each lane you go into a booth where you pull up at a booth and they take your registration number, and then they allocate you a lane to go and drive around to and park up, and you park in this lane, and then you jump out with your paperwork and go up into an office, and then they deal with your paperwork. They sometimes send you away and tell you to sit in the truck and wait for a text message to say it's been done, because it can take up to half an hour. It's never taken more than half an hour here at Sevington. But other places like Motis, that's another place we can get these bit paperwork done. That's in Dover. Yeah, but I normally go where I'm told to go as far as customs is concerned. Some drivers make their own rules and minds up, but if I'm told to go to Sevington because that's the best place for that particular style of paperwork, because there's various versions. You've got Carnets, you've got T forms. Today would be on a T form, and Sevington are the quickest for that. And customs that we deal with, the particular office somewhere else, they send the information to Sevington and they're expecting us. So as soon as they scan the number plate of the truck coming into the property, then they start the process of getting the paperwork ready for us. So hopefully half an hour, no longer, and it'll be done and dusted. So I'm turning into it now, and this is where the cameras will pick up the truck's registration, and then I'll get into the lane and go where I've got to go, whatever number. Salute there. That's what they do to us. It's full of Filipinos working here, and as you drive around you give them the thumbs up to say you've seen that they're telling you what direction to go, and they give you a quick salute, and I always give that one back. It's nice to do. Now I'm looking at all the lanes where all the trucks are, and I'm just going to pick one that's not too busy. 29, that'll do me. Get over there. I've only got this camera on the phone. If I had a camera pointing out, then you can see all this, but I haven't. So I'm going to pull up here, get this process done, and get on my way. So I might catch up with you later. Cheers.